Man, I'm so damn happy to be back home. But my deer feeders are neglected. So, old Cap here, man, I'm glad to see him too, boy. He said he has been lonely around this place.
It's been too quiet.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, man, he's so glad to hear noise around here again. I said, well, you're going to hear plenty of it with my butt around, that's for sure. I'm a hyper little sucker. So's Melinda. And I got deer corn loaded up in here right now, and I got a few other treats for them. And we're going to get back there and get this first one across over here taken care of, and I'm going to go check the other ones on the other properties as well. So we're going to get out and get that going. So I know we got a lot of deer hunters probably watch this, and you all know what this is on the bottom of this cage. But for you that don't know, this is to keep raccoons and other such varmints from getting all your corn right here. They will just get right there and they'll spin that wheel and spin that wheel, and they'll rob all your corn. So this protects it from that, gives it a little guard. Now sometimes this thing hasn't been used. I have to watch out for wasp or yellow jacket nest up around my head here. I didn't see any as I pulled up, so guess I'm good. I'm gonna change the battery inside of here and get this thing ready. I got several different brands of these in different places, and this one here, it's not one of my favorites, I tell you. Boy, I hope I can get them screws loose. I got one. And this one don't have rechargeable battery set up on it. Use one of those little 6-volt batteries. I might get a pair of pliers. Luckily I had a pair of pliers in the truck there. This one uses one of those square 6-volts, and if I buy a good one, it'll last me a few months. But this time when I went and bought it, I noticed that they had, instead of alkaline or lithium, they actually had just a plain old rechargeable lead acid battery, and I'm going to try that in here for the first time. I have a little charger for one of those already, and see if it works better. I'm hoping this unit's not giving any trouble. So I've never used one of these before. It is a Rayovac Sportsman outdoor rechargeable battery here. It says a sealed lead acid, and this will be my first time to give one of these a try. Get this other one pulled on down out of here. I've said each year that I'm going to replace this feeder with a different unit on the bottom here, and every year I work this one on through another year, so I guess that's okay. But here's the difference. This is what I always used before, these regular old Energizers and alkaline battery, and man, they've worked. There ain't been no real problem with them, but they get expensive, and so for the same money I could buy this for, I was able to buy this rechargeable Rayovac this time. And I may buy another one. I can just rotate them, bring one that's charged and pick this one back up. We'll see. I'll see how it does first. This thing just alligator clips on. Now I'm hoping, I didn't read, I'm hoping this thing's already charged. That would really stink now, wouldn't it? I should have checked it first. I want to go ahead and get this thing going. So it's got a little program board here, and you're supposed to hold it and let go. I'm hoping it works. I have had trouble out of this unit before. There it goes. Now it should go one more time. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. So it's a success for another year. Now this one here, what I don't like about this unit, the reason I kept saying I was going to replace it, is it doesn't have a timer. That's something I don't like about it. It's not programmable like my others with a timer where I can set it at a very specific time. So what I'll have to do is come in the morning time, and whatever time when you set it, it'll go off again. I can set it to go off a 12-hour differentiation than that. So if I set it to go off, for instance, at 7 in the morning, it'll go off again at 7 at night also. But I'll have to come like tomorrow morning at the time I want it to feed, and set it like I did just then for it to go off at that time. I really like the ones that's programmable with a digital timer, and you can set how many seconds you want it to go. There's a lot of options out there. This one's old, but I tell you what, it still does the job, and that's what's most important right now, instead of just wasting money. Maybe when this thing finally dies someday, I'll replace it. I like putting out this these attractants right here, these granular attractants, protein. Those bucks, they really like it, all of them do. And I can kind of make like a rub with it. And gotta see which way you open this thing. And they tend to do pretty good with it. So I'll pour some of this out in a couple places, and draw them up with it. Sometimes I put a pan even, but I'm gonna put some right here under the feeder right now, since this feeder's kind of been neglected. I'm gonna put out a couple other places here too. Well, I decided to get on over here and check one of my herds. This is the first I've seen them. Y'all seen it at the same time as me. I've got some yearlings that are ready to go to sell. Looks like it might rain. There's a little old young bull. He'll be going to the market. Yeah, there's a whole little group ready to go to market. Woo! Woo! There's my pet. There is my pet number 60. Hello, girl. You ain't seen me in a while, have you? Woo! Come on. Yeah, y'all ready for a little this sweet thing? Huh? There's a newborn cow back there. So I should have another bull here. I don't see him unless he's got over into a neighbor's place. Which number is this one? This is 60. So I don't see number 88. Yeah, see, I still got some cows scattered around in here. I didn't get a really good count. And I heard one back over behind me one direction. I see one here in front of me. Looking for my number 88 bull. I bet he's around somewhere doing what boys do. So this is the life when you got cattlemen living next door to each other, ranching next door to each other. This cow here, this little young heifer, she don't belong to me. She belongs to a neighbor, or actually he ain't even a neighbor. He's got the neighboring pasture leased. And but just the same note, I may have one over on him. So I got this wild persimmon tree. It's a big old tree now. It goes way up. Man, is it covered with these wild persimmons. They're kind of small. Man, the raccoons, the deer, everything like to get them, but so do we. As soon as I tell Melinda there's some ripe over here, she'll be over here climbing like a monkey in this tree, harvesting these things. We really like them. They're delicious. Yeah, now I tell you, if you get one that ain't ripe yet, you're gonna get an experience, boy. You're gonna have a puckered up mouth. Sour, sour, sour. But man, once they turn ripe, they are super sweet. Yeah, man, that smells so good too. Look at that. I'm so glad to be home. Fruits of the land. Fruits of the land right there. Boy, that is nice. You got these little seeds, these little pits. You don't want to go swallowing them down. Boy, even the skin on this one's soft and sweet. Boy, I like that. Good, good, good. I'm gonna eat one more and I'm gonna take these others to Melinda. She'll get the bug. She'll be heading over here on that four-wheeler harvesting. We got one of these across the road from our house also. Actually got quite a few of these. So I bet I can head over there to that one across the road from my house. And they probably got some there ready too. Got you a sweet one this time, huh? I bet that's really sweet after you had that bitter in your mouth, ain't it? Get all that pucker out.
All puckered up.
Yep, get that pucker out. Tell you, it is wonderful to be home. I found my bull here in these woods at a neighbor's property. There he is right in there. These people don't own a bull with this herd of cows. And they're always contacting me, wanting to know if they can borrow one of my bulls. Well, we don't do bull borrowing, we don't do bull renting. But I guess they got a free go around this time. Of course, they get in heat and there's no bull servicing them. And there's weak fences and a little about 100-foot stretch up in a corner there by me and them. Well, this is gonna happen, but I know where he's at, and if they got a little fruitful gain out of it, that's all right. They're, I think they're on a budget anyway, and just no more cows than they have, 4 or 5 cows. It's just a lot of work for them to have a bull and put up with the problems of a bull. So I'll just send them a bill for breeding. Fruit of the land again right here. Happy to be back in Texas. Boy, it's fall. The pears are ripe and sweet. Melinda asked me to stop here and check on them. Some big old limbs broke here though. Must have been some damage. Some bad storms while we were gone. Yeah, got some limbs broke there and there. Boy, the tree is covered. I have to get a ladder over here to get a lot of those. Boy, is it covered in them. Mel's doing some things at the house, but she asked me to stop by here and get her some of these pears if there was any, and so I grabbed her a few here, but I guarantee you she will be over here harvesting on this one also. What you been doing, my little rock star? Oh, so you've been doing some potting, huh? I seen a bunch of potting soil on the ground. Well, I grabbed your bucket you had there on the table. Is this basil?
Yes, it's basil leaves.
So you've been gathering that. What are you gonna do with those? Dry them or something?
Dry, yeah, you can dry or you can put in fridge, you know, but at least if something, if you want, if you need.
Yeah, I saw that you put some, like before, a bunch of leaves like in Ziploc bags inside the deep freeze part.
Well, at least I have something back up.
Woo, man, that smells good.
Then just waste it there.
Right, man, that smells good. She's planning on gathering the leaves off these pepper plants too. You see all those leaves? She cooks with those. Man, we'll eat those leaves. Those are going soups. So if you guys hadn't cooked with these pepper leaves, you need to give that a try, man. They are wonderful to cook with, man. Throw those, like say, in a soup or something. Super, super good. You'll have a super soup. Boy, look at that little old young bull. Man, he looks good. It's a little calf hanging out back here with Papa. Hello there, boy. Hello there, big boy. You wonder where we been? Stretch. And poop. Dough. That little old calf don't know what to think. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. I got 2 of the herds checked here. Everything looks good. A-okay. Good looking calves. This field here on this property, I'm not a fan of this particular place. I don't like this soil. It don't matter what you put into it or the work you put into it. It always is a weak producer, and it's just futile to spend money on this property. So this property here is kind of like dealing out on some big places like in West Texas. This is more about the quantity of acres you have than the quality of acres on this one. That's the only way they survive here, is a lot of acreage per head. And we're over on my other properties, it's a lot of heads per acre. It's just the opposite, but it's a blessing still to have it, I'll say that. But it is not a favorite property of mine, and no matter what you do, it always seems to have weeds coming to this one. No matter, you could just spend a fortune in fertilizers and things and control to try to manage that, and it's just it's futile. It's just absolutely futile. But the other places are very manageable and very good soil. I had a very enjoyable day today. I got out and checked 2 herds. There's 1 herd I still didn't thoroughly check yet. I've kind of gave them a little bit of overlook and a drone fly over the other day, but hadn't really got out and walked amongst them and fed like I did these other herds here. They're right here near the house, and I'll get over to them as well. I'm about to move them onto another field anyway. And I've got a yearling that I'm going to separate off of there to fatten up for butchering. He's going to be harvested. Now I went and covered some more of my deer feeders today as far as taking care of them and checking on them. I didn't video it. I don't want to reveal out. I got people live close by that watch my videos as well. I don't want to reveal every one of my sweet spots, right? And so I chose just to not record all of them, and I was super upset. So what had me really upset today is that a piece of property sold here a while back next door to some land I have, and that's the one with the golf ball story. So that property where that guy bought, that is where I've had the problem about the golf balls showing up all across my pastures that were being launched from the end of a rifle. And there's an adapter you can put on the end of a barrel. You can shoot blanks, and you sell these things. Man, you can sell them. And I had a spray pattern straight across my field with just hundreds, buckets full of golf balls. My cows ate some of them. I lost cows, they died. I did a video on it, y'all can go back and find it. And well, that same new neighbor, even though he seems like a nice guy when you meet him, they're just not respectful of our community here. And they're outsiders, they're new, and you know, it's all right if you're an outsider, but you know, kind of be respectful of situations. And now the new thing is they have set up a deer stand, like a deer blind. It looks kind of like a dome, like a tent, but it's actually for like a ground blind for getting in for deer hunting. And they put it directly up on the fence. I'm talking about there's not even a 4-inch gap off the wire of my fence. They put it right where I give deer sanctuary back there. I mean, dead on a food plot that we've had. My God, we've had that food plot there for many, many, many years. And now they are set up straight across the fence from it, right dead on it. They got a hog trap set right there as well, not even 50 foot from it. And they got cameras set there. And the thing is that as long as it's on their side of the fence, it's their business, right? But it's not showing a good neighborly attitude. And man, they're going to disrupt the path of those deer there. And I noticed around that property, they've got these blinds set everywhere. They got feeders set everywhere. And they let a lot of outsiders come in. And they're just going to annihilate our herd. They're going to annihilate it. I know it. So I'm not going to touch any of their stuff. I'm not going to be confrontational with them or nothing like that. They have their rights, but I have my rights too. So if they want to play ugly, I want to play ugly also, because we have put in a lifetime of protecting those deer and trying to give them sanctuary and let the herds build, and that's been a very important spot to us back there to protect those deer. And then to see this happen with just such rudeness. We've never had a neighbor like that before. Never have. I've never seen such in my life. And so if he wants to play that way, I think I'm gonna build me a dummy that looks just like a human being, and I'm gonna stand it up on my side of the fence right directly behind there. I think I'll also take one of these solar street lights that I bought and put it up in a tree right there by it too. It's got a motion detector. Anytime anything moves, the light's gonna come on. I'm gonna build me a dummy and put it up right there. And I'm gonna set cameras on my side at a couple different angles. And if they touch my stuff and mess with it, well, I got you. And if I catch them shooting over my fence, and they shoot with a bow and arrow, a gun, whatever they do, and they drop one and they come over on my property, I got you. And the way this thing's set up, that's pretty much what's going to happen. I just have a feeling, so we'll see how this goes. You know, maybe if I don't plant the dummy, I can just put cameras, more than one, put a dummy camera that they see, and then put other cameras they don't see, right? And get them. Or I can just just be blatant about it and stick a dummy right there and a light and say like, yep, I see you and I'm watching you, and just kind of mess their little party up. Maybe I'll go put some bad odors right there. But the thing is though, it's still, even if I do that, it's going to affect me too, because this has been my sanctuary. Yeah, it's been my sanctuary. So we're gonna see how that one's gonna go, and I'll just have me a little fun with this. I hate people being rude like that, and I have my remedies as well. And we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's been a wonderful day. We've had other things going on as well. Melinda is severely jet lagged still, and she's missing her family. Yeah, she was used to seeing and having all of them chat with every day, and now she just got old grizzly bear James. So she's kind of been still out of it. She get out just a little bit, and then she lays back down, sits down, and just falls right back asleep. Bless her heart. So close this out, get in there, get it up to you guys, and I hope everybody out there is having a blessed day. You new subscribers, thank you for joining in with us. You ain't gonna see cows every day. I'm just covering our life, and cattle's part of it here in farming, her and I together. And so you new subscribers, you know, you're gonna see a blend of things on here, and a lot of it deals with homestead life, farm life, self-sustain, building these solar systems, building, you know, we're a little mix of different things going on, but mostly it deals with the simple life. And I hope y'all enjoy that, and maybe you might learn some things on the way and share some things back to us also, like some of our other subscribers do, that we all help each other out. All right, when we get off here, I hope all of you have a wonderful day. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Woohoo! Let's cut that out of the blooper reel.